Hey guys, happy Sunday. So, I've been thinking, you guys, it's always good to reflect on life. I was talking to a friend, very close friend of mine, who helped me to put some things into perspective, right? And we were talking about, like, he doesn't have my social media account or anything. He knows that I have, Facebook and YouTube, and I'm a vlogger. But I haven't given him, let's see, can I go sit here without getting, let's see, what is this? Is it a cafe? Okay, let me see, can I take a seat here to talk to you guys really quickly? Okay, so yeah, it's like, hold on. He knows that, I'm on social media, right? But he hasn't seen my Facebook page. And so we were talking about, like, people, posting. I think he brought it up, actually. He was, like, saying how he doesn't like how people, like, take pictures of their food and post it on social media. He was like, it's like bragging, it's like showing off what you have, right? And then, by the way, the person I'm talking about, of course, is this guy that I'm talking to. It's a guy I'm interested in. And he's Muslim. He's from West Africa. And he's been in the U.S. for like 18 years now. So he's not new to the U.S. But he's still very much connected to his country in the West Africa. And so he was telling me how he has this sister that lives in the U.S. and, like, she posts pictures on her page, right, of, like, food and, like, different things that she purchased and, like, different things that she buys and stuff like that. Hold on. So I should have did this before I started, y'all. Excuse me. Excuse me for grooming myself, you guys. I actually just got off the bus, by the way. But, this conversation is really interesting, you guys. Like, I have to come share it with you guys because it really got my attention. And it made me think. So he was like, yeah, he has this sister that posts things on social media frequently, throughout her day. Places that she goes to, And we were first talking about, like, how people post, like, where they are and they check in and how it's not really safe to do that. And I was like, yeah, I agree. But at the same time, I mean, it depends on how they post, how they check in. Because for me, when I check into places and you guys see, like, places I've been, that's exactly what it is. It's places that I've been. It's not where I am. So I don't think I ever done that where I'm, like, at a certain place and I'm checking in on Facebook while I'm there, right? But he just made me think about some things. I was like, you know what? That's important because I know I do go live and sometimes I show you guys the surroundings, and that's really important to just be careful, and take safety precautions because you have some crazy people out there. So we was talking about that first, and then we went into talking about how people, like, post things on social media and it's kind of vain. Like posting food, posting, like, clothes that you buy, and materialistic things, right? Like I said, he wasn't talking about me because he hasn't seen my Facebook page. Like, I haven't even told this guy my last name. I'm like, wait a minute, I have to slow down. I have to wait for a little bit before I go that far with him. But he gave an example about his sister and how, like, she posts things, on social media, and it bothers him because she's posting these things. And like, though she lives in the U.S., he was saying how she has family members, back home in Africa, and just people just across the world that may see her photos and don't have what she have, right? Like, they're less fortunate. And when he put it in that way, he was like, it's not right for people to do that because, yeah, it's just, it's like, picture yourself being a person who doesn't have food. Picture yourself who doesn't have food. Of course, Sergey says black and white lives matter. All lives matter, of course, but that's not the point of this post. And it's a reason for the Black Lives Matter movement. If all lives mattered in what you're saying, then it wouldn't be no reason for Black Lives Matter, but that's a different topic. So he was like, picture yourself, you know, in a person's shoes who's less fortunate, right? And you're online and you're seeing like these pictures of people and they have like really nice food, and you don't have, you know, you don't have money to buy food, right? He was like, imagine how that would make you feel. He was like, people seeing that may become angry, you know, and that's why they may become spiteful towards you because they don't have what you have. And I was like, damn, why you gotta put that shit like that? But his words, it came from a good place. It's like he wasn't saying it in a demeaning way to try to berate me or other people who post on social media. He said it like, you know, from a good place. And I can tell that he was very sincere when he said it. And I was just like, damn, you know, you do have a point, right? And so it made me like, as he was talking about his sister, it made me think about myself, right? And how I do post, you know, kind of frequently on social media. And I don't think necessarily, what's going on? Okay, let me let this pass first. Okay, so when I post on social media, it's like, I guess I don't think about it like that. Because I even told him, I said, I don't really think about it like that. I think about it like, okay, if a person is happy for what they have, then why can't they be happy and thankful for what they have without worrying about, okay, is it going to make somebody else feel inferior or insignificant, you know, or jealous or envious or whatever. I'm not thinking that when I post my successes, so to speak, on social media. I'm just really excited about whatever it is, you know. Like whether it's like I'm going shopping and I bought this new African print skirt, you know, I'm like, I like it, so I feel like I can share it, right? Even when I go to certain restaurants, I'm a big foodie person, right? I love food. And I try different restaurants, and sometimes I will take a picture of my plate of food and I'll post it, you know, on social media, right? But I guess it have to weigh like the cost benefit of it, right? Because the cost, like what he's kind of speaking to is more like the cost of doing that. He was like how it can impact other people who are less fortunate, you know, let's say in other countries or even within America. You ain't got to go to another country to be less fortunate. It's right here in America, people are starving, don't have food, and they may come across it and see it, you know, and don't have the luxury to be able to afford whatever plate of food that you just posted on social media. So I'm like, damn. When he said that, I was just like, dang, that's, yeah. And even like, I'm thinking about the post I just made recently about my interest in buying $1 million home. Now, granted, I'm not about to buy $1 million home this year or probably even next year. You know, I'm preparing to buy a home, but it's just something that I've been exploring. And I think even that, although people, yes, on social media, they were very supportive, but I'm sure there are people that probably see that and be like, jealous or, you know, mad because they can't afford it or whatever. And I feel like me, I've always been of the frame of mind that anything is possible, so nothing is without reach. Everything is within reach, basically. So I guess it's just coming from two different perspectives. I want to hear what you guys think, right? Because, you know, yes, we're in the middle of the holiday season. And I'm just thinking about like the conversation I had with him yesterday, and it just made me think about just how grateful that I should be in life. And sometimes we don't stop to think about how grateful we are. Like, and it's not just based on materialistic things, but even our health, you know, just having good health, a good frame of mind, you know, good mental health, physical health, emotional health, having people in your life who care about you and support you, who love you, you know, like God placing the right people in your life at the right time. Like, that's something to be thankful for too, right? It's just blessings left and right. And for me, I guess, because I have been through a period in my life where I've struggled like tremendously, you know. I've talked about this story where, yes, I've been homeless like a few times. So I think when I do achieve success, and I reach certain milestones in my life, whether it is, you know, getting my second master's degree or working towards my PhD to become a doctor, I feel like, yes, that gives me a sense of pride and accomplishment. And even when I made the video the other day about why are black men intimidated by black women's success, is like people even got offense. They took offense to that, to say that as if I think I'm better than somebody because I'm talking about my credentials. And I'm like, dude, to me it doesn't make any sense. But when hearing my friend talk about it yesterday, you know, I was talking to him about it, it kind of put things into perspective as to why people may become envious, because they just don't have what you have. And I'm like, for me, I guess I don't get that. I don't have any kind of jealous bone in my body. Even when I was struggling, I can't be jealous of the next person. If anything, I'm motivated by other people who are more successful, so to speak, than I am. You know, like, I just don't see myself being jealous of the next person. It's more motivating to me than anything. But I mean, the reality is people do feel some kind of way when you talk about your accomplishments, when you talk about the things that you've achieved in life, and you may be very well proud of yourself for doing it. Other people look at you like, oh, you think you all that, you think you better, you know. I mean, you go look at the video that I posted with that same title, Why Are Black Men Intimidated About Black Women's Success, on YouTube under my YouTube channel, Danny's World, and you will see the comments. Some of them actually deleted because they were just outright disrespectful, but you will kind of see how it's some of these black, I ain't say all black men, but some black men who commented, they're proving my point, you know, because they're taking offense to what I said. And I didn't berate black men. Someone jumped on there and was like, oh, here she go, here's another black men bashing video, as if I was bashing black men. And I'm like, this is not about bashing black men. This is asking a serious, legitimate question. And I feel like it factors into why we as a black community, as a black nation, struggle politically and socioeconomically in this country that we live in, because we can't stick together. We only can appreciate each other's success and see it as, when one person wins, we all win. When one person fails, then yeah, that affects the whole standing of the community, you know. And I'm just as proud as for other people's success as I am for my own success. When other people post their accomplishments on social media, whether it's a man or a woman, I'm very much proud of it, you know. So for some reason, I guess it really, yes, it does bother me when people kind of take offense to it. But looking at it from that perspective of how my friend put it last night, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. Because they're just basically, anytime a person is jealous or they're criticizing, they don't have what you have. Because what reason do you have to try to pull me down or speak negatively about my accomplishments or what I feel happy about? You know, it don't matter what it is. I can go out and buy a pit bull puppy. If I take a picture of it and post it, why should there be people hating on that? You know, it's just like, to me, it's dumb. Like, for example, one of the comments that was made on the video about why are black men intimidated by black women's success, some person posted, oh, black women, they brag about the smallest stuff, you know, like getting the keys to an apartment or buying a car or, you know, getting a job or getting college degrees. So it was like, that's just basic stuff, so why brag about that? And I was like, first of all, no one's bragging. I just shared a post, you know, but I think he was speaking generally speaking, but obviously my video triggered something in him, so it had to relate. Whatever he's saying he's trying to relate to what I'm saying, and I'm like, dude, I didn't brag, I posted, you know, and you call it bragging? To me, that's not bragging, that's just taking pride in one's accomplishments. Especially if you are a college student, I think people who have achieved that kind of success in terms of getting a college degree, we all can relate, because everybody knows it's not easy getting a college degree. Especially when you're talking about, now I ain't talking about an online degree, I'm talking about sitting in a college classroom, going to class every single day. Like, it's not easy. And I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? Because I'm not working towards a college degree. I've been there, done that back in 2006. It's 2018. I'm working towards my PhD. You know, so what the hell is he talking about? That requires a lot more effort, a lot more hard work and dedication than working towards a college degree. But that was my whole point. It's just like, why can't you be happy? And he was like, oh, well, black women expect someone to give them a pat on the back for stuff that they should already do. I'm like, okay, a mother and a father are supposed to take care of their kids. That doesn't mean that we don't appreciate them throughout the year because it's something that they're supposed to do. Like, I take issue when people find it easy to berate and criticize and attack people, but when it comes to offering words of encouragement, support, appreciation, everybody's mouth is zipped, you know. So that's just my perspective on it. But to wrap this video up, it's like, yes, I can see it from both perspectives. And considering what my friend said last night, I'm like, I think, yeah, not to say I'm not gonna post anything like in terms of my accomplishments and things that I'm proud of, but I think that I am just gonna take that into consideration, maybe, you know, maybe not post as much, because I don't know, I feel like that's the thing about my page. I mean, I share things that are motivating. You know, I have a decent following. People are motivated by my success. So why should I have to stop posting things that motivate other people to succeed? It's not just about me. It's about motivating other people, you know. I have people that message me and they say, oh, I'm inspired by you. I'm motivated by you. You know, you inspired me to go back to school. You inspired me to start my own YouTube channel, you know. It's like, what is the harm in that? If it means something to them, you know, it means something to their growth and their success as an individual person, what is the harm in that? I don't see anything wrong with that, but apparently, yeah, people, I feel like, people who are struggling with their own sense of security in life, they feel threatened by another person's success. It don't matter if you're black or white, basically. So, I think it's sad. It is very sad, but that just goes to show us many different ways to look at a certain topic or a certain issue, you know. And yeah, that really made me reflect and think about that, because yeah, in certain people's eyes it may seem like you're being flashy or you're bragging, you know. And that makes me think about one person that I follow, actually a mentor of mine. He's from New York. He's in the conscious community. He posts things like, you know, his successes and stuff like that, and in terms of living in Hollywood and having multiple wives and traveling the world. And I can see how people who aren't secure in themselves would be intimidated by that, or threatened, or offended, or jealous, or envious. But for me, that motivates me, because I'm like, okay, if this man from the projects in New York can go and become successful, then what's stopping me from becoming successful, you know? You know, and of course, I know people say, oh, well, what's your definition of success? We all have different definitions of success, but I'm talking about in terms of a person's socio-economic standing in our society. It matters. No matter how y'all try to cut it or slice it or dice it, yes, money does matter. You know, having a home is important. That is a form of success. Having a nice home, something that you can own and pass down generations, that's important, as opposed to renting and spending thousands of dollars towards an apartment that you're never going to own. So yes, having a home versus having an apartment, in my eyes, is a form of success. But people can define their success based on how they want to define success, and that's the beauty of life, you know. Whatever makes you happy makes you happy, and whatever makes me happy and others happy makes us happy, and you just should not be intimidated by that. People who are less fortunate, though, yeah, my heart goes out to them, you know, especially when it comes to, like, let's say seeing somebody's plate of food and like they are wishing that they had that kind of food, you know. That's big. Hunger and poverty is a big issue, you know, worldwide, you know, and it's unfortunate. It really is. And while we can take pride in our own accomplishments, it just reminds me that it's important to give back to the community, and to not just, you know, show off your achievements and your accomplishments, but also take time to give back to other people. No matter what form it is, and I do that. You know, that's why I guess I don't feel bad about my achievements, because if anything, my whole life has been dedicated to giving back. Like, seriously, I volunteer. You know, even what I'm doing now, working towards my PhD, the work that I do, I'm not getting paid for this. Not one dime. But I'm still giving back to help other people to improve their satisfaction of life, their quality of life, you know. I've created programs to help other people where I spend my time throughout the day promoting Black-owned businesses. That's my form of giving back. And yes, I don't feel bad about having a concentration for reaching out to the Black community. I think that's the reason why Sergey said, oh, white and Black lives matter, because some people may look at my channel or my page, my videos, and be like, oh, you always talk about the Black community, because that's my focus. You got a problem with that? Bye. Get the hell on. You know, my focus is on Black people. Not to say throughout my life, of course, I've helped all different races of people, but even where I work at now, the site that I work at, the target market is Black people. I mean, 99% of, probably 100% of our clients are African American. They don't make no apologies for serving Black clients. So why the hell should I? It just goes to the idea that every community, ethnic community, should take care of itself. And as long as we can do that, then we'll be fine. Not to say we can't intermingle, interact, and help each other out. Yes, we can, and we do. We live in this world where the world is integrated, so we have no choice but to impact each other and help each other out across racial boundaries, you know? But that ain't gonna stop me from focusing on the Black community and giving my time back to where I feel that it's most needed and can be most beneficial, you know? So I will catch you guys later. I'm about to go run, take care of some errands and take care of some business. This is like the final week of my practicum, my work before I go on break, and I'm so excited, you guys. I'm going to take you guys with me. I'll be going to New York. I'll be in New York City for 3 weeks. And yeah, you guys can come with me. So it's countdown, baby. 1 more week left. Yes, I'm so excited. But yes, of course, all lives matter. But just because a person has a target interest or focus in helping, let's say, homeless people, doesn't mean that people who are working individuals and have 9-to-5 jobs, their lives don't matter. Just because a person, because you got people, agencies, companies, individuals, organizations that specifically target and help homeless people. You know, because they feel that that's who need it the most. That's the population that is in the most need. So get off my page with that all lives matter stuff. I end up blocking people like that. I take issue with stuff like that. But anyways, I'm about to go. Thank you guys for the conversation, and catch you guys later. It feels great out here in LA. The weather, I think, is like in the 60s. It's beautiful out here. But I'll probably go live again later today. I'll catch you guys later. It's just something to think about. You know, I feel very grateful for my life. I don't have any complaints. Not to say I don't face challenges. Of course I do. I face challenges every single day. But as I get older, I feel like I learn better ways in dealing with those challenges, and I'm good. I'm a kind of person that I focus on the positive in life. That's what gets me forward. I can't immerse myself in negativity, you know, or to think from a negativistic point of view, because that's how people get depressed. I've been there, done that in my life. I'm in a totally different space in my life right now where, let's see, can I make it? My life is focused on positivity, and that's how I continue to succeed in life and continue to go forward in life, because I can be going through a big storm and nobody may know it because how I handle it, you know, how I deal with it. And some people may say, oh, you faking, you acting like everything in your life is perfect. No, I'm not going to say that everything in my life is perfect. Nobody's life is perfect, but I just know how to handle things, and I just choose to focus on the positive. And that's the reason why I attract positivity. That's the reason why I don't have an issue with having friends or people wanting to be in my life or my inner circle. People come to me. I don't have to go to other people. I don't have to reach out to people and say, okay, be my friend. People come to me left and right and want to be my friend because I have this energy about me. But anyway, that's enough of me bragging, because I know some of y'all don't like people bragging. But hey, that's me. I don't look at it as bragging. I look at it as me having confidence in myself and just being content in my own life. And that's the reason why I've said before on one of my posts that if you're around me, you really have to have your confidence and your self-esteem in check. Because if you don't, my level of confidence and security in myself is going to threaten yours. It's going to make you feel some kind of way. Not intentionally. I don't do this intentionally. It's just I'm confident and secure in myself. So when you compare your level of confidence and security towards mine, which I think people do kind of subconsciously, they feel some kind of way. I can get that vibe from people who are jealous of me. They don't even have to say I'm jealous of you, but I can sense that vibe. I can sniff it like a dog can sense fear in people or other animals. It's just automatic. So I will catch you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.